Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Tashima and today I am filming part 2 of 10 things not to say to a pregnant woman. So this is a requested video. I'm finally getting around to doing it. And so today's video is going to be 10 more things not to say to a pregnant woman. So let's get started. Alright, so number 1. Can I touch your belly? Now this one, I'm sure if you've ever been pregnant before, you probably have experienced this, somebody asking to touch your belly, which on one hand is really not that bad if someone asks first before they touch your belly, because people that just touch your belly without any permission at all is so rude. So it is nice to ask, but if you are a complete stranger and you see a pregnant woman and you ask to touch her belly, I think that's a little bit weird. You don't know me, I don't know you. Why do you want to touch my belly? No. Do not ask to touch a pregnant woman's belly unless you are a very close family member or close friend. Then in that case, I think it is acceptable, but do not ever touch a pregnant woman's belly without her permission. It is her personal space. That is her body. That is her privacy. Don't do it. Number 2, are you getting an epidural? So unless you are her care provider, her doctor, her OBGYN, her midwife, or her support person who's actually going to be in the labor and delivery room, why do you care if she's getting an epidural? I mean, no, I just feel like it's a little too personal to ask what kind of pain management a woman wants to have, because sometimes it can be, I feel like this question segues into another question. Like if she says yes and you're like, oh, well, why do you want an epidural? If she said no, some people may be like, oh, I had one and it went great. So just no, don't ask if she's getting an epidural. It's really not any of your business. It's really not going to change your life in any way, whether she gets one or not. Number 3 is, well, when I was pregnant. So this is for those people out there who just want to share their pregnancy stories or whatever. And I know this whole channel is based on motherhood and pregnancy and babies and all of that, but my goal is to do that in a helpful way. What I mean by this comment, when you hear someone say, well, when I was pregnant, they usually come across as something that they did during their pregnancy that they feel as though you should be doing too, or something that they didn't do when they were pregnant that they feel you shouldn't be doing. So it kind of comes across as, well, I did it this way, so you should do it this way. No, everybody's body is different. Everybody's pregnancy is different. And so you can't really try to judge someone based on what they do or don't do during their pregnancy. Just don't say this comment as well. And this is really for women who have been pregnant before, even older mothers talking to younger ladies, younger women who are pregnant presently. Which goes right into my next one, which is labor horror stories. And what I mean by this is someone just wanting to share with you how bad their labor or their delivery went with their children when they were pregnant. So it's not helpful. It's really not helpful to a pregnant woman, especially not to a first-time mom, because you can scare her for her labor and delivery. And of course, that's not what we want to do. We want to encourage our new mothers. We want to help them to feel empowered with their bodies and with their births, however they decide to do it. And so sharing your labor horror stories is not helpful. Please don't do it. And I know that I have, some things that went wrong in my labor, but I just don't willingly give out that information to other pregnant women unless they ask for it, unless they're asking you a question or they want to ask you how your labor went. Of course, in that case, it's okay to share. They're asking you. But just don't take it upon yourself to share your worst case scenario with a new mom, with a pregnant mom, because it's not helpful in my opinion at all. I actually got this comment from my last video. And number 5 is, are you sure it's just one in there? Now, we done talked about this. We done talked about commenting on a pregnant woman's size. It's just not okay in any way, shape, or form, okay? Because everybody's body is different. She may be carrying only one baby. She may be carrying 2. Who knows? Whatever. That's her business, not yours. So don't comment if she tells you she's having a baby, or maybe you see a pregnant woman and her stomach looks really big and you're like, wow, you must be having twins. No, you must be having twins. I just hate this comment so much. Please don't say it, y'all. 6 is, you're having another kid. So this is emphasis on another, because it's usually brought up to people who have more than like 2 kids or more than like 3 kids. Sometimes if you tell someone else that you're pregnant with another child, they say, oh, you're having another child? Like, it's a bad thing, but this is very rude. It's very judgy. Just because you or someone else have decided to have a certain amount of kids and someone else has more than that, that's not that's not a bad thing, or that's not something that you should be looking down on them upon. However many kids a family wants to have, that is their business. And FYI, the United States is actually in a birth decline, so we're just doing our part, okay? Number 7, how much weight have you gained? Really? Seriously? Why do you want to know how much weight a pregnant woman is gaining during her pregnancy? Why? Is it a comparison thing? Is it she's gaining too much, she's not gaining enough? No. Off limits, off the table. Don't ask it. Again, it's just irrelevant for your life. It's not going to make you a better person. So don't ask this question. Number 8, can I be in the delivery room? Now, a lot of times a complete stranger will not ask you this question. I feel like this question comes from maybe close family members, maybe like a mother-in-law, or maybe like a grandmother, or maybe even a mom who really wants to be in the room with her daughter. I say don't ask this question because it kind of puts the pregnant woman on the spot. And I guarantee you, if she wants you in the labor and delivery room with her, she will ask you to be in the labor and delivery room with you. And some women just really have a hard time saying no. I'm not one of those people, but some people do have a hard time saying no. And so you asking them kind of makes them feel obligated to say yes to you. So I say, just don't ask. If she wants you in there, she will ask you and you will know. So don't ask this question to a pregnant woman. Number 9, what are you going to name your baby? This seems harmless, and for the most part, this question is harmless. Some people are just curious on what you're going to name your baby. For me, I didn't know my baby's genders. Oh, I actually knew one, but I didn't know their genders, so I was team green. So I had a boy name and a girl name for each one. And some people just really wanted to know what I was going to name my baby, which no, I don't share the names because I feel like once you put the names out there, they disappear. Once you put the name out there, somebody else takes it. And then they name their baby before you can have your baby and name your baby. So I don't share baby names. And some women may, again, be put on a spot and feel obligated to share it even though they really don't want to. Also for this, when somebody asks what you're going to name your baby and then you tell them, then they have comments to say either way. Either they really like it. Sometimes they say they don't like it. Why don't you name the baby this? And they'll give you suggestions. And oh, no. They want to name the baby what they want to name the baby. So if you're a pregnant mom and you want to share and tell anyone or tell someone what your baby's name is, of course that's okay. But if she hadn't told you what the baby's name is, it's probably because she doesn't want you to know. So you'll know the baby's name when the baby's born, just like everybody else. And my last one, number 10 on what not to say to a pregnant woman is, you're still pregnant? I got this question so much at the end of my last pregnancy. I was 41 weeks. I was miserable at the end. And for people to ask if I was pregnant or if I was showing signs of labor or, when's the baby coming? It just was so annoying to me. It made me feel even worse. I was already emotional about being overdue. And so, of course, she's still pregnant because you haven't gotten a baby announcement yet. So don't ask this question. It could just really throw an overdue mother into a tizzy. So that's all I have for this video. 10 more things not to say to a pregnant woman. If you are guilty of any of these comments, please stop saying them. And if you haven't said them, good job. I'm not sure if you would like to see a part 3. I think there is some more things that I would like people to stop saying to pregnant women. So if you would like to see a part 3, give me a thumbs up. Also leave a comment down below so I can know if you would like to see another video. But thank you so much for watching today. I definitely appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And remember to let your story be your power. Bye.